And I remember we were lined up in the hallway on the way to class, and our vice principal stopped us, and she was guessing everybody's costume. So she starts at the beginning. She's like, "Oh, you're a cat. Yes. Oh, you're a magician. Yes. Oh, you're a wizard. Yeah. Oh, you're a ninja. Yeah. Oh, you're a princess. Yeah." She gets to me, and she goes, "You, what are you?" And then this girl at the end of the line goes, "He's dressed as a potato." We really never had no old money.
Yeah.
We got a whole lot of new money, though. If Young Metro don't trust you, I'm going to shoot you.
Hey!
Raindrops, drop top, smoking on something in the hot pot, doing chicken in the kitchen. Okay, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Okay, just a bunch of words that rhyme, but rip take off, baby.
Rip take off. The Migos.
It's sad. It is sad. You know, he died really young. I think he was like 26, 27, 28, somewhere in there.
I'm a big Migos guy.
He's not a big Migos guy. He's lying. However, I am a fan of the Migos, like a little bit. I don't know, like a lot of their new music, but you know, like Bad and Bougie, Pure Water, what's that? What's it? Stir Fry. Okay, it's like I'm not a big fan. I like their biggest songs. Like I like their mainstream songs, but
I knew Bad and Bougie from middle school, but then we tried to do it for the intro, and I didn't even know it at all. So
yeah, that is true. Welcome to the 30% Off podcast.
Welcome. If you're listening on YouTube,
newly a part of the. Oh wait, go ahead. What was that?
Hey, if you're listening on YouTube, you're watching our faces.
Newly a part of the top 1% of podcasts in the world club, and that is a fact. And I'll explain why here in a second. That's because
the bar is
every
low.
single person in the world makes a podcast. Apparently, like at least like 40% of people have made a podcast, and they all make like 5 episodes, and then quit, which I actually did once, and then
that's a fact.
But once you reach 21 episodes, once you pass 21 episodes, you're officially in the top 100% of podcast producers in the world. I'm not even kidding. That's
top
1%.
He said 100.
Top 1%. No, not top 100. Like top 1%. 99% of podcasts stop before episode 21. So, welcome to the freaking show. You're here. We're here.
Top 1%.
We're here together.
We're celebrities.
That's a
we
fact.
Got merch coming out this Christmas,
and we have like 100 followers on TikTok.
Yep.
So.
We have a video that has like 2,000 views.
Yeah, so we, hope you've seen it. If you haven't, go see it. Go show it to your dog, show it to your mom. And we're going to have some more TikToks, of course, soon. And then we're going to have some clips. And I think you guys might get a little sneak peek of our dance moves, maybe.
But guess what? Even though that we are so famous, you can still email us because we don't get any freaking emails from
anybody. People have yet to email us, and I don't know why it's in our bios and everything, but, maybe one of you guys will pull through. My sister's emailed us. Jiminy Sweeps has emailed us. Jonah emailed us. And Zach's sister emailed us. And I think that's it. Oh, wait. Mason Hatmaker emailed us. So we've had 5 emails. So please keep those coming in because that's obviously 1%. A lot. That's obviously a lot.
Dylan, let me hit you something real quick.
Okay. What's good?
Right off the gate with a question.
What's good?
So let's say I keep touching my mic. I'm gonna not do that.
Hey, it's okay. I'll fight you if you do it again. But
okay. So let's say, the year is like 2035.
Okay.
Okay, you're married in a committed marriage.
We're reaching here, but okay.
Let's say in this universe you got a woman. Okay, you're married.
Okay.
One day, your wife doesn't come home from work. Straight up, just doesn't come home.
Okay,
it's like 9 p.m. You're like, dog, where you at? I called you like 20 times. Where you at?
Yeah.
You get a letter, dropped from an owl. An owl drops a letter from the sky, and it lands on your porch.
Okay.
You pick it up. It's straight up ransom style. They cut like letters out of magazines, and they're like, we got your wife at this location. Come bring, not like $20 in Taco Bell or something like that, and we'll let her go. Okay, not a big ransom. You got it. You type in the address they gave you. It's 30 minutes away. Okay, it's the second week of July. beautiful outside, 9 p.m. You're driving to go get your wife 30 minutes away because she's being held for a ransom. You listen to music on the way, it's a 30-minute drive, but your wife is being held hostage. You got music going? It's a July night.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't even start the car till I queued up my playlist. And then I would have to go through and select each song, like add to queue. Make sure, I mean, because if you have 30 minutes,
Yeah.
what are you going to do for 30 minutes? Worry?
Yeah.
No. She's already there.
Yeah.
What else? What's going to happen? Nothing.
You're
going
wife,
to save her. You're going to be the superhero. But have you ever seen a superhero save somebody without a soundtrack? No.
That's a fact.
Because this is soundtrack season for superheroes. When there's danger, when there's trouble, and you're coming to solve it, that's soundtrack season. And you have to put on a soundtrack and go save your woman. Because most men that I know, how long did you say this was? How long did she
35.
stay gone?
Oh, how long has she been gone? Oh, it was just like a one day.
One day. So most men probably at that time would have ran out of resources, probably didn't eat dinner for the past day, or if they did, they probably ate like a bag of Oreos.
Yeah.
And because they just don't know how to do stuff, and I don't either. I'm a part of that. So yeah, no, I have to queue up music and I have to go save my wife.
So you're telling me if your wife, 30 minutes away, is bound to a chair by a rope, like blindfolded, waiting for you to come rescue her, and you're sitting in the driveway with your car running, like flipping through like Frank Ocean essentials, being like, I don't like that song, take that one out of the queue, and maybe like put some like Mac Miller or something in. That's what you're doing.
Probably Chance the Rapper and
Probably Chance.
Yeah, maybe, but same thing, but different people. Yeah,
It's 2035, so you can put Kanye in there too.
Yeah, on his presidential playlist. Because he's probably gonna get to do that now. But let's see. Okay, and look, I know that Halloween's over. Okay, but I feel like we missed a very important topic in that episode, so I feel like we have to revisit it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a funny Halloween costume story?
A funny Halloween costume story? I do. I I think I might have mentioned this after we got done recording. So at our middle school we had a Halloween dance every year, and I went to Walmart and I picked out a morph suit. If you don't know what a morph suit is, look it up. It's literally just like this straight up spandex suit that covers your entire body. Okay, like goes over your head, like covers your feet, everything. Like you were completely covered. Okay, thinking back, and the shape that my middle school body was in probably wasn't a good call. It wasn't a good call on my part. I'll take responsibility.
Wasn't a good call then, not a good call now.
No, good point. But I did it. I went to Walmart and I got that suit. Okay, and the whole day, I think the dance was like right after school.
Yeah, they
ended.
always were. Yeah.
And everyone's like, talking about, oh, this is my costume, this is mine. And they're like, Zach, what's yours? I'm like, freaking secret. Keep my mouth shut. Taped. And so after I told like one person what my costume was. I was like, dog, keep this under wraps. Okay.
And that was E. King.
Yeah. And I was like, keep this under wraps. And so I pull up to the dance, right? Actually, I went in the bathroom and I changed, made sure, check the scene. Nobody was in there. I changed, right? And then I sling open those doors, waltz in, completely covered head to toe. If I don't speak, no one knows who I am. Because right now I'm freakishly tall. If I walked in anywhere, they'd be like, oh, that's Zach. Nobody else is that tall. But like at that time, I was the same size as everyone else. So I just strolled in. Nobody had any idea who I was. The one freaking person I told who I was, he's like, what up, Zach? What's going? The costume looks great. I was like, are you kidding me? The $30 I spent on this costume is down the drain now.
And he sold. E. King sold immediately.
I was so upset. I need to get my charger for my laptop.
You suck, E. King. That's okay. I'll tell the story while you're going. So I had a Halloween costume story, and that's why I asked Zach if he had one, because I have one as well. And so mine dates back all the way to a little place I like to call kindergarten. Okay, now this was a time of being 4/5 years old, and trick or treating at school, doing Valentine's cards, doing Christmas candy, receiving it. Probably nap time. It was nap time for a while. Getting my my Dale Earnhardt jacket stolen, which still kind of hurts my feelings during nap time. And so this was a time of all that. You know, the glorious days of just sitting at home and watching SpongeBob. So it was the Halloween of 2008. That's when I started kindergarten. And so I wanted to dress as Humpty Dumpty, okay? And
No way.
why I wanted to dress as Humpty Dumpty, I am not sure. I'm actually not sure at all.
Let me see yours. Because yours is plugged up right here.
Oh, okay. So why I wanted to dress up as Humpty Dumpty?
That sounds like a dope costume.
Not sure, but it was. Okay, what's going on?
I wish we had a guy.
And so yeah, if anybody's out there and wants a job, we can't pay you yet, but you can be our guy. So it was the Halloween in kindergarten, and I wanted to dress as Humpty Dumpty, so my mother and my aunt took me to buy this freaking Humpty Dumpty costume from Walmart. I remember getting it at Walmart. And so I dressed as Humpty Dumpty, and I thought I looked sick. I thought I looked like Humpty Dumpty, okay? And it was a little eggshell with a little freaking pair of overalls, and you just kind of pulled it up, and it went from like your waist up to your chest.
Yeah.
And you could tell, okay? And looking back, I still vividly remember this. Okay, my mother and my aunt, they kept going, "Are you sure you want to dress as Humpty Dumpty?" Translate that to adult. You're about to get made fun of if you wear that to school. Okay, but they didn't want to say that.
Roasted.
And I had no idea. Okay, and I thought people would dig the freaking Humpty Dumpty
Your
costume.
7-year-old
Okay?
friends are gonna.
I thought people would like. First of all, we were 4 or 5. Okay, and I thought people would love it. Okay, and so I dressed as Humpty Dumpty. I'm feeling all fresh, looking like an egg out here, dude. Egg with overalls, not just a regular egg, an egg with overalls on. And so I wear it, and I remember we were lined up in the hallway on the way to class, and our vice principal stopped us, and she was guessing everybody's costume. So she starts at the beginning. She's like, "Oh, you're a cat. Yes. Oh, you're a magician. Yes. Oh, you're a wizard. Yeah. Oh, you're a ninja. Yeah. Oh, you're a princess. Yeah." She gets to me, and she goes, what are you? And then this girl at the end of the line goes, "He's dressed as a potato." I'm not even joking. It was the most embarrassing moment that I'd experienced in my life up to that point. "He's dressed as a potato," and I remember everybody was calling me a potato for the rest of the day. I was just so upset. I wasn't even mad. I was just so embarrassed. I just wanted to cry. And I couldn't I could not take the costume off because I wasn't wearing pants. I was wearing the costume and a shirt. I'm not even joking. It was so bad. It was absolutely horrible. But,
That okay.
you live
First
and you
of all,
learn and you grow up.
if we have any like elementary teachers or like principals out there, that is a dangerous game to play. Is to guess kids' costumes because you are bound to get something wrong. And when you get it wrong, you are going that children have fragile feelings. You're going to destroy them for like the rest of the year.
Yeah, and in my case, the next 15 years of their life is going to be miserable because they're going to think about that every single day.
That's why Dillon's life is going downhill.
Yeah, that's why I'm fat and ugly and stupid and I don't know everything else that's wrong with me.
This is getting really sad now.
No, it's not sad. I'm just over here telling the truth. Okay. So speaking of feelings, you ever get so mad that you can't finish your sentence that you just start to say something and it can't even get out because you're so angry.
Usually, so I used to be really bad at like getting mad and just like saying like whatever came to my head first without even thinking about it. But now when I get mad, I just shut down. I don't talk because I know that I'm going to say something really dumb, and then I'm going to look back later and be like, "That was really dumb." So
there's that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's that. That's just thinking before you speak. But what I'm talking about is you're so mad that you're in the middle of a sentence and you can't finish it. Words just can't come out of your mouth Because it happened to me today when I was playing Madden, dude. And I don't know what happens to me. I turn into a different person whenever I play video games. And
I do too.
So
Sometimes.
I was playing Madden, which is football, and I threw an interception, which is a turnover, and I threw two of them back to back plays because pick six, interception, and I was so angry. I couldn't talk. I couldn't talk. I was like, what? What? And nothing could come out. And I'll tell you, when I get angry at a video game, I just want to grab the controller and just beat it into my desk and hit my head in the wall. I just can't take it. And I get so angry, dude. I can't take it. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I can't.
I haven't played video games in a while, but I used to get really frustrated. I remember one time I was playing freaking Rocket League. Okay, Rocket League. Literally, if you
children's game.
If you don't know what Rocket League is everyone gets these little go-karts, and you drive around this dome and play soccer with your go-karts.
Play car soccer. Soccer.
This dude freaking scored like 7 on me. Okay, most Rocket League games is like a 2-3 type of win. Okay, it was 0-7. Game wasn't even over yet. This guy just kept running it up on me. And I'm pretty sure my controller right there behind you is being held together by electrical tape right now. Is that the one? That may be a different one.
Not held together by election tape, but it definitely has quite the gap right here. So you definitely did something.
Okay. No, that was the other day. I actually got a new PlayStation. Shout out to my fiance's grandpa who bought the new PS5 and gave me his PS4.
Awesome.
And that controller was in perfect condition. I was like, freaking sweet. I finally got a nice controller, and then I dropped it on the way in the house.
Oh, dude, I got somebody yesterday. I just dropped my controller straight out of my hand like that. I didn't throw it. I just dropped it. And it fell on the ground, and the batteries popped out and stuff. I was freaking out, but it was fine, though. It was fine. I dropped my phone like crazy, too, dude. I've been dropping my phone like crazy recently. I dropped my phone so hard yesterday, I thought for sure it was done for. But it actually survived. You know, like when you drop your phone, screen down, and it falls flat, and you're like, oh, it's done. It's done. But it wasn't. Nothing. It somehow wasn't, dude.
My phone's in an OtterBox, and honestly, I put a lot of trust in this OtterBox. Like if I drop it, I don't even think twice about it. I pick it up. I don't even look at it.
I've dropped this clear, thin plastic case. Like I've dropped my phone while it's in that probably 1,000 times, and it somehow has stuck it out for like over 2 years now, I think. Or maybe 3 years. Maybe we're coming up on 3 years.
Coming up 3-year anniversary.
Wait, okay, yeah. So over 3 years for sure. Over 3 years minimum. No, 2 years. Over 2 years minimum. Coming up on 3 years.
Happy early 3rd year anniversary.
Let's talk about being a kid for a minute. What else about being a kid was just so good that you just can't, and you can't do it anymore? Like being a kid, being really young was just awesome, wasn't it? Did you enjoy being a little kid?
Committing tax fraud was pretty cool.
How did you do that as a kid?
You didn't pay your taxes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I remember. I mean, I do that now too, to be honest. And well, actually, no, I don't. I've never done that. But
FBI, if you're watching, I never actually did that.
Dude, there's so many good things about being a little kid.
The emails, FBI.
Yeah, FBI, you can stay out of our emails unless you want to hire us to do something.
If you got a guy for us.
Yeah, if you guys have a guy and that knows how to work podcast equipment and knows how to set up something that works.
Because we don't.
Yeah, go ahead and hit us up. Because as you can probably tell, we don't know how to do that. Let's see. What else about being a kid was just awesome? Watching a lot of TV. I loved watching TV as a child.
Those massive world record books.
Oh, dude, the book fair in general.
The book fair.
The book fair was heat.
They had those world record books in the library. And, buddy, there was like, if you went up and said you wanted one of those, there was like a 4 or 5 person waiting list just to get your hands on one of those bad boys.
Oh, yeah, dude. You had to sit there. Yeah, and it was like 4 to 6 weeks for delivery, too. I remember that.
And I remember one time I went to like our city's public library, and I found like a whole row of those, and my mind was blown. I was like, well, these people are just walking past these every day and not snatching them up.
Dude, the Guinness World Record book was amazing. I remember every time I had the chance, I had to save up all year, and I remember if I had the chance to buy one, dude, that was just.
And
like
you just look at it and
gold.
be like, I can freaking do that.
Dude, it was like gold.
He put 700 plastic straws in his mouth. 701 right here.
Yeah, and they're so random. They're so random.
Yeah.
It's like who can stack the most pennies on their left elbow at a 45-degree angle? It's like, John from Minnesota did it, and he's tacked 73.
Shout
it's
out
like
to John
insane.
from Minnesota.
It
John
is
from
absolutely
Minnesota,
insane.
if you're watching, if you want to be our guy.
I remember this one dude. This dude was tattooed. Just his whole entire body was just a tattoo. And I'm like, what's even the point of having a body at that point?
There was
you
one
just covered it completely.
I
up.
saw-
Nobody can even see you.
There was one I saw the other day. This dude, like, the lining in his stomach is like extra strong, and he can straight up eat metal. And through his
And he does
entire
that?
life, through his entire life, he's eaten an entire plane.
Okay, what's even the point though?
Like he,
Just to be a world record holder?
because
He
you can
just likes
freaking do
metal.
it.
He just
You're gonna
likes
tell me
metal.
if you couldn't eat a plane, you wouldn't eat a plane?
No, I wouldn't. If I could do, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. If I could do it, I wouldn't do it. If I could successfully run a marathon, I wouldn't do it because I'm lazy. If I could eat a giraffe, I wouldn't do it because I love animals, and I wouldn't do that to a giraffe.
You wouldn't try a giraffe?
Goodness no. Giraffes are people too. Giraffes are dinosaurs, bro. You can't convince me otherwise. Giraffes
I
are
don't-
dinosaurs.
Here's the thing.
They got that 30-foot neck on them, dude.
Here's the thing. If somebody like lived on an island, had never seen people before, never experienced the world, and they just came out, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna give you two animals. You guess which one of these is fake. Okay, this one, they both got 4 legs. They both got like a regular sized body. One of them has a 12-foot neck, so he can reach up and just eat stuff in the top of the trees. And when he wants to fight with other dudes, he just swings his neck at them. Or a regular head and just has a little horn on top. Tell me which one of those is fake. It's the horn. Unicorns aren't real. But you're going to tell me a giraffe is real?
First of all, unicorns are real. There's
Who
tons
made
of
these
animals.
rules?
There's tons of animals with horns, dude. There's tons of animals with horns.
But, like-
so unicorns are real. All you have to do, you can rip one. All you have to do is rip one horn off of a what has 2 horns. You can rip one horn off of an antelope, and that's a unicorn.
What about
there.
a rhino?
You can rip 2 of the horns off a rhino, and you have a unicorn.
Endangered species! Arrest this man!
Whoa! No.
Arrest this man!
Whoa! I was just kidding. That was a joke. I'm not ripping anything off of anybody.
People go to jail for that, Dillon.
Dude, I'm not doing that. I was just kidding. First of all, you entrapped me, and that's entrapment, and you're also going to prison. Call the FBI. Email them. Email us at 30%pod to find out where we live so you can come arrest us.
Or give us a guy.
Yeah, or give us a guy, dude. You can give us a guy. That would be just as good, if not better, than coming to arrest us. I remember what was something else that's magical about being a kid? Oh, dude.
Fun dip.
Fun Dip, yes. Fun Dip was amazing. But
Who allowed that?
Buying CDs, buying a compacted disc, and unwrapping it, dude,
A
that plastic.
fresh drop CD from Walmart.
Oh, there's nothing like it.
Kids Bop 17
That little dude
drops this
the
Friday.
best part
baby.
in the world is that little corner
yeah.
on the plastic, that little corner piece.
You rip it off.
Oh, dude, that is so incredible. And then you just peel that whole thing, dude. That was like the that's what we had. We had CDs before we were opening iPhones with that, it's like the satisfying like tear of the new plastic off your iPhone screen.
Yeah.
Something about a CD was just different, bro. Or a new video game. Or buying a movie out of the 99-cent bin because you couldn't afford the full price ones.
Reaching at the bottom just to find the good stuff no one else found yet. And you rip it out and realize that it's actually a Blu-ray and you can't afford a Blu-ray player.
Yeah, and then you have
So
to
you
put
throw
it.
it
Then you
back
have to put it back and go to the DVD bin. You dig down there again, and you might find the Fast and the Furious or the Lion King,
Or you might find like a box of Mike and Ike's that somebody shoved under there.
or even better, you find a CD in the DVD tub, and you open up that new Taylor Swift, and you just plug it into your ears, into your little. If you had one of those portable CD players, I was lucky. I was fortunate enough to own one of those. And you
had
just
like
plug that deliciousness into your ear.
I had like
after
a
you
straight up,
unwrap it.
what do they call
beautiful.
those? They're not called, not necessarily like a boom box, but they're like, just like, they're about this big.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Just like a portable radio.
Yeah, just like a radio.
With a CD player.
with a
A
little
portable
handle on
CD
it.
player. But the big ones.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like
Got
a
a
radio
handle on it.
/ CD player.
You carry it around. Be
These
all
kids
cool.
these days don't know nothing about that, dude.
No.
Also, these kids, I promise you, these kids these days, they don't know what Walmart was like in 2010.
We say kids these days like we're not 19 years
Well,
old.
we are adults, and we're grown men, and we're 80 years old, and we're old.
There has been a massive change in the
Dude,
last little bit.
These kids don't know, listen, what Walmart was like in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart in 2010 was just a different breed of Walmart, a different breed of public space.
It was a happy place.
Different breed of public space. I hate going to Walmart now. Walmart in 2022 sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go and you have to wait in line. You have to get behind some old grandma that has to walk directly in front of you, or some Karen that stops right in front of, you need some bread and she stops right in front of the bread and her cart's spread out all over the bread. She won't move. And she sits there talking on the phone and sending emails to her husband Chad about what they want to pick up, about what kind of relish to get. And she's using email because she don't know how to text.
Sweet relish.
And she's sitting there with a laptop and a freaking little router, sending emails. And
this sounds really specific.
This happened to me the other day. And all you want is that Sara Lee whole grain that's sitting right behind her, and she won't move out of the way. And all you want to do is grab that little Sara Lee whole grain loaf of bread, and you want to take that little plastic thing off.
Satisfying.
That little plastic.
I like the
twister.
I hate the little tabs.
That plastic tab, and you want to rip it off, and you want to take out that end piece of that bread, and you want to sniff it and throw it away because nobody eats that. And then you just want to unwrap that whole loaf, just sit it out on your counter, freshen it up, let it ripen. Then you want to make you a sandwich. You want to put mustard on that sandwich. And you want to put ham on that sandwich. And you want to put Dijon on that sandwich. And you want to put some Miss Dash on that sandwich. But you can't. Because Karen on her freaking laptop is sitting in front of the bread. And she won't move. And you can't make her move because you're not rude. So you just sit there. And she's sitting there sending emails for 17 and a half minutes before you have the courage to say, ma'am, could I get some of that Sara Lee behind you? And she picks it up and she throws it at you. And then you fight her and you get kicked out of Walmart. And that happens to me every last Thursday. It's ridiculous.
That didn't happen in 2010.
Walmart in 2010 was nothing like that. Walmart in 2010, dude, you could walk up to the bread aisle and you could take however many breads you wanted. You could just open them right there in the store and eat them, and they didn't even care. I used to do that all the time.
My grandma, when we used to go to Food City grocery shopping, she'd literally get a whole thing of bananas, and then I would eat like the whole thing of bananas while we were shopping.
How do you eat that many bananas?
I don't know. I mean, they were like the small ones. There's only like 4 on there.
Oh, dude, we went to elementary school with a kid that would make ham sandwiches in Walmart and eat them. Just right in the middle of the aisle. Dude. He would just open all the ingredients.
Really?
Yeah, dude, he would just open all the ingredients, make a ham sandwich, eat it, and then just not even put them back. He would just leave them in the deli section, not pay for them. He didn't tell anybody. I caught him once.
How do you catch somebody ran-handed to do that?
He was having trouble getting he had a box of plastic silverware so he could spread out his mayonnaise on a sandwich, and he was just having trouble with it. And I snuck up on him and caught him. Just wanted to catch up with him, but yeah. But anyways,
caught him in the act.
Oh yeah, caught white-handed, full of mayonnaise. He had mayonnaise all over his hand.
You heard about Saudi Arabia, their new wall city? Have you heard about that?
No, I've not heard about that.
You ever heard about that?
No.
So Saudi Arabia, this is actually relatively old news, but they had just recently started construction. So you can find, if you go online on like YouTube, they call it The Line. You can watch like a full YouTube video and literally like look how crazy this looks. It's like the whole thing is just like this big. It's like reflective. All the walls are reflective.
Oh, that's the place?
Yeah,
I thought I was seeing water.
No.
That's the place? Wait, put that on the camera. Show that to the camera.
See
if you can get him up there.
Yeah, am I up there, Dillon?
No, go. There you are. Right there. Y'all see that? Y'all see that gloriousness? Oh, yeah, I see it all
It's
day.
just this big line, and it's like this city. And let me get some dimensions on this.
Okay.
It'll be about 200 meters wide. That's about 2 football fields wide.
200 meters. So that's about 2 football fields. Okay.
Yeah.
Just doing some math.
Let's see. I can't. I forgot. It says how long it is. I want to say it's like a couple miles wide.
Oh, it's got to be, right? Because what can you, like, how can you have, because you got to have city stuff. Like, you got to have probably a McDonald's in there and probably an accounting store.
A high-speed rail will carry people from end to end in 20 minutes. It's 105 miles long.
I wouldn't mind to live there. Do they have, like, a Dollywood or Six Flags or anything?
Probably not.
No? Do they have a Subway?
It can hold up to 9 million residents.
Dang, dude. What do they got there? Do they got McDonald's or something?
No, it's currently under construction. So it says residents will be able to run errands in a 5-minute walk. There'll be no cars, no roads. Everything is within like a walkable distance. Or if you need to.
So why do you need a train?
Well, I think the train is the only mode of transportation because the idea is like every layer will have like this layer is like all the homes. This layer is like where you work. This layer is like.
Dude, do you think the train would wrap around and go underneath like that at the end? Or do you think it circles?
It definitely, I mean, this sounds like it's full of design flaws, but I would say they probably thought that through enough to circle it.
In Saudi Arabia, I mean, they're smart, I think. I think they got oil and stuff, so I think they would know what to do with it. I think they could figure this out.
Here's the thing, though. It's like, yeah, that's really cool.
It doesn't take a creative genius to think of a wall. I'll say that. It's unoriginal. That's for sure.
It's really cool.
I've seen a wall.
But like,
you've seen a wall. There's like four of them in this video.
The project itself, it will cost hundreds of billions of dollars to build. They're literally going to build that, and they're going to be like, all right, everyone move in. And there's going to be like 12 people that are like, I'm moving in.
No, not 12, dude. A ton of people go.
But like,
dude,
think about this.
That's the future.
It holds 9 million residents.
You can survive your life in a 200-meter width, which I wouldn't want to do. I'll say that, but that is the future. When I think of that, I immediately think of Wall-E living on a spaceship. But you're living on a spaceship on Earth. But I'll say this, dude, them Saudis, they're smart. But they could probably turn that in to a spaceship. That's Wall-E, bruh.
But they got to get 9 million people to move in there. Not only 9 million people, they have to have jobs for 9 million people. They have to get businesses.
Yeah, they have to get 9 million jobs. They have to have probably about 40 McDonald's, 2 Taco Bells, an accounting firm, a dentist, and a doctor's office in their set. And a mayor. Who's going to run it? Bruh. Okay, I don't mean to bring up sad thing, but what if they went to war?
I feel like you just cut the wall right down the middle.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That would be. That makes me sad for them. That makes me scared.
If you went to war with that, literally all you have to do is disable their train, and everyone's just walking everywhere.
I'm not saying I want to go to war. I'm saying I want them to think of a way to fight a war in case somebody attacks them.
Yeah.
Because they're just in this strip.
Who's going to attack a strip? Who's got beef with a wall?
There have been some people tearing down walls, dude. I don't know.
Shout out Berlin.
I think Berlin. Shout out to him. He tore down a wall. Shout out to what was that guy's name? Zen in China. What was his name? Zen, the Chinese warlord or emperor.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan. He tore down some walls.
That was Mongolia.
People have tore down some walls, dude. In the past, and that's a part of nature, I think. So it makes me kind of scared. I would though. I'll say, dude, if they built that wall anywhere within an hour of my house now, I'd probably try to move into it. So that seems like a simple life. It also reminds me of The Giver.
You know who else is tearing down walls?
Who?
Me and Dillon. We're fighting for a cause.
We're top 1% of podcasts in the world, baby.
So email us. Be a part of the pod.
At 30%pod@gmail.com.
This has been 30% off.